Could you tell us the prospects for HR 41, the reparations bill coming up?
HR 40.
40.
Yes, someone else asked me about that today. I'm so glad. Very good. Now, and because it comes to my committee too, that improves it a great deal. But there's one thing I should tell you about HR 40. It calls for a study of reparations. It is not a reparations bill, as many of our critics have mislabeled it. And so, of course, we're doing our own study anyway, but we think a commission could be very important in that regard. Number 2.
Can Representative Conyers introduce a resolution marking the 60th anniversary of the great accomplishment of American statesmanship and commit the Congress to the principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights?
Attorney Michael Darner, why haven't I thought of that before now? No, I would be honored to introduce such a resolution. Do you think Laura DeLauro would go on this with me? Okay, and we got some other people that could join us. And the speaker could help us get it passed too, couldn't she? Yeah. Yes, John Larson, right. Another good man. Yes, sir, number 3.
I work with the National Religious Campaign Against Torture. In spring of 2005, you spoke at Yale University.
We had hearings. Bill Delahunt in the Foreign Affairs Committee. We held hearings on torture.
But we haven't had an extensive, comprehensive review of what got us to where we are today. Will you support the creation of a Congressional Select Committee on Torture or a 9/11 Commission type commission? And then secondly, what are the barriers or challenges in the new Congress to securing that kind of comprehensive investigation?
Well, thank you. The fact of the matter is that there is a proposal, there are 2 proposals I'm wrestling with now. One is a censure of the exiting 43rd President of the United States, just to let him know that he may escape impeachment, but he sure is eligible for censure. Ralph Nader has been giving me a great deal of free advice about that proposition. Number 2, we've got a proposal for a non-congressional 9/11 style commission investigating all of the problems, including torture and rendition and national letters from the FBI and the ability of him to write caveats into the bills he signed into law. We still don't know how many there. The politicization of darn near everything, especially the Department of Justice. So we've got that hanging. And we've got a study on the imperial presidency that the committee is going to be putting out and publishing very shortly. And so I'm going to tell you what the problems were then and what the problems are likely to be now. You see, the Democrats are in the majority, even more, 30-something seats. The problem is that there is an organization known as the Blue Dogs. The Blue Dogs had, in the last Congress, 58 members who were very moderate, some very conservative, some who voted a great deal against our proposals and with the other side. So here's the dilemma, and I wish people would consider this when they think of what the speaker ought to tell these guys to do. Many of them come from places in the South where their lives would become much easier if they just switched parties and became Republicans. And so we have to take that into consideration. I just found out that Georgia has never been a majority Republican, but the Democrats raised money, campaigned, got elected as Democrats, and then switched. House, Senate, everywhere. Governors, all over the place. So that's a very real concern, that we have theoretical majorities, but when you put down, let's impeach, let's hold Karl Rove in contempt of Congress to a particular process that would cause him to be arrested, people say, oh no, I don't want to do that. And so that's the holdup. Welcome to the real world of politics. Please come and visit me. Look at my website. There's a lot more on this we could talk about. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we know that.
Well, the ways you mentioned, but first your members got to be on board. Because the first thing we're going to do in Washington is say we're getting a lot of noise out of Connecticut. Let's ask our colleague, let's ask the members from the delegation in Connecticut. And they'll either be saying, that's right, Madam Speaker, they're raising hell. And you're right, they're sore about this, and in a lot of other states as well. And this gets back to the recognition that we have to make democracy work. This isn't a matter of and the way this is representative democracy. We elect representatives in a democracy, but they're supposed to be doing what we say, not what they want to do. And if they don't, Chris Shays, you get the boot. And that's, I mean, this is real life. This isn't being mean-spirited. If you're not being represented and you keep electing the same people that don't represent you, you deserve what you're going to get. You're going to keep being disappointed. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Now, here's another way to look at that, because you're accurate. I wouldn't have appointed half of the people he did. But maybe he's doing that, he's trying to get the people to call him a socialist-leaning Muslim radical. They'll all say, oh gosh, boy, this is great. And he appointed a general, and this, that, and the other. And people who follow the same policies financially and fiscally as Henry Paulson and Bernanke and all those guys, they'll come out of the same business on Wall Street. Rubin, they're all from the same place. And guess what? Their company is losing money like mad right now. Because, I understand that. So, this is what makes what we're doing exciting. We're in real time now. We're not on the defensive anymore. We're on the offensive. We got the ball. What do you want to do with it? You want to throw a pass? You want a lateral? You want to do Hail Mary? You want what? And that's why I say the biggest work is in front of us. So I thank you again very, very much. Pleasure being here.